So, a circle with radius of root 2 is placed so that the center is on the line y equals 3x plus 4 and has edge coordinates of 0, 0 at one point. So what this is going to look like. So we need to find, it's going to look something like this. So here's our Cartesian plane. Y equals 3x plus 4, so our intercept's going to be 4 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And our line's going to have a gradient of, that's 1 there. So it'll go like that, and it'll go like that. So basically what it's saying is the circle will have, let's go grey, have a radius of root 2, and it'll sit somewhere like that. Somewhere like that, so that the center of the circle is somewhere on this line. That's a pretty bad drawing. Center of the circle is somewhere on this line, and the other point is going to be here. So we know that the center of a circle is going to be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to root 2 squared, because that's our radius squared. So how are we going to work this out? So we know that the distance between this point here, put this in like red, we know that the distance between this point here and the center needs to be root 2 and lie on this line. So do some working out over here. So distance between center origin and line needs to equal root 2. So let's make a circle at the center with a radius of root 2, and then let's see where it crosses this line here. So we're going to get x squared plus y squared is equal to 2. So now we're going to do a linear simultaneous equation with that and this, and we're going to see where it'll touch this line here at just one point, because we're thinking we're going to put our circle root 2 away, so like there, so it'll cross hopefully at just one point. That's a pretty bad line, but we'll see. Maybe there's 2 points and we have to try both of them. So let's see. So y equals 3x plus 4. So wherever we see a y, we're going to put a 3x plus 4. So x squared plus, now there's a y, so we're going to put this whole thing, 3x. Now let's expand this out. So x squared plus, I'm going to write it twice just so it's easy, 3x plus 4 so now x squared plus 3x times 3x is going to be 9x squared. Three x times 4 is going to be 12x plus 12x. 4 times 3x is going to be plus 12x. 4 times 4 is going to be 16. So, let's make this equal to 0. First, let's collect some like terms. So x squared plus 9x squared is going to be 10x squared. $12x plus 12x is going to be 24x. 16, and then we're going to minus 2 from both sides, so it'll be plus 14. It's equal to 0. So let's use our quadratic formula here. So x, I feel like that's going to be easier. X is going to be equal to negative b, so negative 24 plus or minus b squared, so 24 squared minus 4 times a, which is 10, times 14 over 2a, or 20. 2 times 10. So, straight into the calculator, equal to negative 24 plus or minus 24 squared, so minus root 16 on 2 times 10 is 20. So we can simplify that is equal to negative 24 plus or minus 4 on 20 is equal to we can divide everything by 4. There's a common factor of 4, so minus 6 plus or minus 1. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So there is equal to negative 6 plus 1 is going to be negative 5 on 5 on 5, which is the same as negative 1, or negative 6 minus 1 is going to be negative 7 on 5. So negative 1 they're going to be the two x values that this circle could sit on. So now let's put that into here. So we'll put x as negative 1 and we'll solve for y. Let's do that over here. So negative 1 x plus 1. It's going to shift 1 that way. Our equation squared. Now to find our k value here, we're going to put negative 1 into this equation here so we can find our y value. So let's bring this down here. So y is equal to 3 outside of negative 1 plus 4. Y is equal to negative 3 plus 4. Y is equal to 1. So if y is equal to 1, that'll just be y minus 1 squared is equal to, now the root there and the squared will cancel, so we're just going to have it is equal to 2. So that there's one of our equations. Now for the other one of the equations, it's going to have this one here. So y equals 3 outside of negative 7 on 5 plus 4. So now we're going to do that. So y is equal to negative 21 which 4 is the same as 20 on 5. Is it 20 divided by, yep. Okay, so minus 21, so y is equal to negative 1 on 5. So our second one is going to be x plus, it's going to be a plus because it's minus, we got our number minus 7 on 5. And the two negatives cancel. Y minus negative 1 on 5. Squared is equal to 2. So now let's put this into Desmos. Look at that. Through 0, 0. And we'll get a dot at negative 1, comma 1, which is the center of the circle. Look at that. There's our first one. Now our second one was x minus, what was it? Minus 7 on 5 squared plus y minus that. There is our other equation. Now if we put a dot at negative 7 on 5 and negative 1 on 5, that there is the center of this blue circle. Let's do that. So now we have solved. There we go. Not quite as hard as I thought, but still a very fun question. There we go. I'll see you guys in the next one.